If you're in the middle of a situation that keeps getting worse, no matter what you try, no matter how many times you step in to fix it, Florence Scovel Shinn had a very specific teaching for exactly this moment, and it's probably the opposite of what you've been doing. By the end of this video, you'll know the one question Florence taught people to ask before taking any action in a spiraling situation. A question that, once you start using it, tends to stop the spiral almost immediately. Let's get into it. You know this feeling. Something starts going wrong. A conflict, a financial mess, a situation with a person who keeps making things harder. And your instinct is to do something, anything, to stop it from getting worse. So you act, you send the message, you make the call, you push for the fix, and somehow the situation doesn't calm down. It gets more tangled, more people get pulled in. What should have been a small problem starts to feel unmanageable. Florence taught that this happens because most action taken in a crisis is what she called wrong action. Action driven by fear, urgency, or the need to feel like you're doing something, rather than action that's actually aligned with the best outcome. And here's the part that surprises people. She believed doing nothing was often better than wrong action. Not because passivity fixes things, but because fear-driven action almost always makes a tangled situation more tangled, not less. It helps to notice what wrong action actually feels like in the body, because it has a very specific signature. It's fast, it's urgent. It often comes with a tight chest or a racing thought pattern that says, I have to do something right now or it'll get worse. Florence would point out that this feeling itself is information, not proof that action is needed immediately, but proof that fear has taken the wheel. Right action, by contrast, rarely feels frantic. Even when it needs to happen quickly, it feels clear, almost quiet, even in the middle of a real problem. Her alternative was what she called right action, and she had one simple test for it. Before taking any step in a difficult situation, she taught people to ask, is this action coming from peace, or is it coming from panic? If the honest answer was panic, she said, wait, not forever. Just long enough for the panic to settle enough that you could actually think clearly, because action taken from panic almost always serves the panic, not the actual problem. If this is already reframing how you're thinking about something going on in your life right now, hit subscribe. Because 2 videos from now, I'm covering exactly what to do once the panic has settled. The specific words Florence used to actually resolve a conflict once you're ready to act. You'll want that one too. Okay, let's keep going. Think about how this plays out. Someone feels wronged by a coworker, and within the hour, they've fired off an angry email. That email, sent from panic, usually escalates things. The coworker gets defensive, other people get looped in, and a fixable disagreement turns into an ongoing conflict. Compare that to someone who feels the same sting, waits even just one day, and then responds from a calmer place. The words are usually completely different. The outcome usually is too. The strange part is that both people, in the moment, feel completely justified in acting immediately. Panic doesn't announce itself as panic. It dresses itself up as urgency, as standing up for yourself, as not letting this slide. That's exactly what makes Florence's question so useful. It doesn't ask whether you're justified. It asks whether the action is coming from a settled place or a reactive one, which is a completely different question, and usually a much more honest one. Remember the question I promised you at the start. the one that tends to stop a spiral almost immediately. Here it is, in full. Is this the right action, and is this the right time? Florence taught that most people only ask half of that question, if they ask it at all. They ask, should I do something, and skip straight to doing it, without pausing to check whether panic or peace is actually driving the decision. Asking the full question and being honest about the answer is what breaks the spiral, because it interrupts the automatic reflex to act immediately and gives peace a chance to catch up. This doesn't mean never acting. Florence wasn't teaching passivity as a permanent state. She taught that once peace returns, even a little, the right action usually becomes obvious, almost effortless, because it's no longer being filtered through fear. The waiting isn't the goal. It's just the space that lets the right action reveal itself, instead of the panicked one taking over by default. Let's practice this together, especially if something is unsettled for you right now. I release the need to act from panic. I wait for peace before I take my next step. The right action will reveal itself at the right time. I do not have to fix this in this exact moment. My peace is more valuable than my urgency. I trust that waiting does not mean losing. When I act from clarity, not fear. This situation is already calming as I calm. Here's what I want you to remember. A situation that's spiraling doesn't need more urgency thrown at it. It needs one person willing to pause long enough to ask whether their next move is coming from panic or from peace. That pause isn't weakness, and it isn't giving up. It's often the exact thing that stops the spiral that urgency alone kept feeding. The next time you feel that tight, urgent pull to act immediately on something difficult, try just naming it out loud, even quietly to yourself. This is panic, not peace. You don't have to solve anything in that moment. You just have to notice which one is driving and give peace a real chance to take the wheel before you move. If something in your life needs this pause right now, tell me in the comments what you're choosing to wait on instead of rushing into. And if you want to fall asleep tonight with your mind already settled in this same peace, I have a sleep meditation linked right here that continues the same work while you rest.